The Newsline.
We at People's TV were compelled to produce this video after witnessing a clip now circulating like wildfire across social media. It's impossible to ignore. You've likely seen it already. The young man featured, frail, terrified, broken, is yet another Israeli hostage held by Hamas deep inside one of their underground terror tunnels. Watching that video crushed us. It didn't just disturb us, it enraged us. What kind of world allows this level of savagery? What kind of religious movement forces a young man to dig his own grave? We could not stay silent. We had to speak up. The hostage's name is Evyatar David. Pause for a moment. Look at him. Ask yourself, what does this image remind you of? To us, it's a mirror of the death camps of Nazi Germany. It is the same evil wearing a different uniform. It is cruelty at its rawest inflicted in the name of religion, in a world that calls itself modern, developed, and civilized. No one with an ounce of humanity, let alone belief in a loving God, could ever justify what Hamas is doing. No one who claims to follow a compassionate religion could look at this and remain indifferent. This is beyond war. This is spiritual rot. This is demonic. Even the most primitive, uncivilized tribes in history wouldn't stoop to this. And yet Hamas, under the banner of Islam, tortures, starves, and dehumanizes its hostages while screaming Allahu Akbar, God is great. What God are they referring to? Certainly not one of mercy or peace. This is not religion. This is a death cult. It feeds on blood, pain, and fear. It brainwashes young men into killers, promising them 72 virgins for murder. This is not spiritual belief, it's mental illness masquerading as faith. Islam, as practiced by Hamas, is not just a threat to Israel. It is a cancer eating away at the core of humanity. China, for all its faults, has seen this for what it is. They've classified Islam as a cancer. And they're right. It spreads like wildfire, consumes everything it touches, and turns believers into monsters who no longer know what it means to be human. Look again at Evyatar. That young man digging a hole is not building anything, he's being forced to dig his own grave. His captors, religious psychopaths, record this torment and send it to his family. Imagine the horror. Imagine receiving a video of your own son being starved and humiliated underground, one shovel at a time. This isn't news. This is terrorism, psychological warfare, and pure evil. If that were my son, and I had no way of rescuing him, no way of seeing him, I would die from the heartbreak alone. That is what Hamas wants. They want to crush the soul of the family. They want pain. They celebrate it. Sri Lankans, ask yourselves, wasn't it the same wicked spirit that drove the Easter Sunday bombers? That same demonic force that murdered children and families while they worshipped. It wasn't just a group of angry men. It was the same ideology, the same thirst for blood, hiding behind holy words and religious dress. Today, they pretend to be champions of Palestine. They scream about Gaza's children. They chant for peace. Do not be fooled. This isn't about humanitarian aid. It's about defending their death cult and attacking those who dare oppose it. And make no mistake, the same cruelty Hamas inflicts on hostages is inflicted on their own people. They kill, beat, and silence anyone who refuses to submit. Gaza is not a prison because of Israel. It's a prison because of Hamas. To the so-called useful idiots praising Hamas for giving awards to hostages during their staged releases, we say this: shame on you. You are applauding sadism dressed in ceremony. These terrorists release hostages with cameras rolling, smiles on their faces, as if that erases the months of torture, starvation, and humiliation. Soon, you may see this same hostage dressed in a clean suit, well-fed, and smiling weakly before the cameras. Then the media puppets and social justice warriors will say, see? Hamas showed mercy. Mercy? There is no mercy in a grave dug by your own hands. There is no mercy in hunger, in pain, in despair sent home in a video clip. These same fools scream about Israel. What about the children in Gaza? They ask. What about IDF airstrikes? Let's make it simple. Release the hostages. End the war. Hamas started this war. Hamas can end it. Do they want the IDF to stand at the border, waving white flags, while Hamas fires rockets and slaughters civilians? If Gaza is bleeding, it is Hamas that opened the vein. Sri Lankans, we must wake up. Radical Islam is already creeping into our nation. The signs are there, on our East Coast, in the madrasa schools, in the same twisted ideas that led to the Easter Sunday carnage. This isn't about hating Muslims. This is about protecting our country from an ideology that has already shown us what it can do. We do not need Gaza's nightmare repeated in Sri Lanka. Cancel the burqa. Cancel the indoctrination. Cancel the excuses. Not the visas of Israeli tourists. Protect the innocent. That is the duty of our government. That is the call of our time. We cannot afford to sleep while the enemy builds tunnels under our feet.
מה שאני עושה עכשיו, אני חופר את הקבר. הקבר שמיד מבחינתי לי, כי כל יום שעובר הגוף שלי הולך, נחלש, נהיה רזה יותר וחלש יותר. מבחינתי זה נראה שאני בדרך למוות שלי. אני חופר לעצמי את הקבר שבו אני אולי אשכב, ובאמת כל יום שהולך ועובר הזמן נגמר, הזמן הולך ואוזל, ורק אתם תוכלו לעצור את זה כדי שאני אוכל לשכב במיטה שלי.
Subscribe us for more details.